What's going on, YouTube? This is Eli Robinson here representing Guardian Games Indie with 3 of our sponsored players who made quite a splash at YCS Atlanta this last week. How did you guys do?
We came in 13th in Swiss, and then we lost in top 8, unfortunately.
Gotcha. That is fantastic nonetheless. Congratulations to all of you. You can see these fantastic mats right here for sure. So we're going to go through their decks, their card choices, and then we're going to hear a little bit about how they did in each matchup this weekend. So we are going to start with our 2 Sky Striker players right here who played very similar lists but had a tiny difference between the 2 of them, which will be explained throughout the deck profile. So we're going to come up and focus in here right on John. Go for it whenever you're ready.
Okay, 3 rays. You have to play German because it says S.
Broken.
These you must play, and also Imperms does the same thing, but this also stops Scythe, so makes out both of them. They're really good. This one's added as in a new format because Salamangre joined the environment. I maxed out at 3 because it also works for Orcust and also in the mirror.
Yeah, and that was actually a part of our list that was different. I only played 2 because I was scared of it being really dead in the Danger Thunder match, which actually was really popular, and I played, I think, 5 of them. So if I would have played 3, that probably would have made the matchup way harder. But I do admit that it's very good for Salamangreats, and it's pretty good for the mirror match too.
For the Sky Striker cards, I play 2 field. Afterburner, Jamming Wave, Hornet, Equal Booster, Shark, and they are 1-ups. And 3 Widowmaker, and 3, and 3.
Alright, so a lot of people will play 2 multi-rolls or 2 fields or something. But that was actually one of the differences in our deck too, is that I actually played 3 of the field spell. Just because I want to open Ray every game no matter what, so when you play 3 it kind of boosts the consistency. But 2 is okay because it does suck sometimes to field into another field. But also you play 3 multi-roll because opening both of them helps, and we play 3 Pot of Desire, so you don't want to play 2, banish 1 and then only have 1. It kind of sucks.
Yep, that definitely makes sense.
Plus, you always want multi-roll turn 1, so just drawing it, you don't have to waste a search on it. You want to have it all the time, so you should play 3.
Alright, so now the non-Sky Striker spells.
So, Upstart, Rhoda, in my opinion, you must play Upstart. If it is unlimited, play 3.
The old Rhoda plays around Droll because why?
It says move
It says
Ray
move.
to your hand.
It doesn't add.
It does not add it, it moves it to your hand.
So you have to play LOD
Yeah. John pointed that out. It's important.
and 2 MST.
We both played MST over Twin Twister in the main deck because we found that unless it's the mirror match, MST is way better, because against Salamangreat you never want a Twin Twister discard, just have it negated. Against Danger Thunder they both kind of suck equally, but if you draw field with the MST it's much better than twinning it, if that makes sense.
Yep,
so
it's not a -2.
You pretty much only get rewarded when you play the mirror, and even going first with the Twin Twister isn't ideal. You would much rather have MST because you can set, and then whenever they use multi-roll, you can MST it, so then you can actually respond to the anchors and stuff.
Yeah, and also one good thing about MST then Twin is because Salamangreat War negates the whole effect, and then since it's a quick effect, you can even trade with Roar. For example, they use artifact size. When I have no more Ray, I can chain MST target Roar, then they have to negate it. So in that case, I can respond with Widow Anchor to negate the scythe.
Yeah.
So that's the point of the MST.
Yeah, see, if you had to twin there, you would twin, and then you would also have to have the Ray. Then you'd also have to have the anchor, so then you'd be left with 1 card after you had the twin. And if that wasn't engaged, you'd probably lose the game regardless.
Whereas MST just dealt with the problem immediately.
Exactly.
This also outs all the rank ups, because if you get Kali Yuga, you just lose the game. But if you hard draw MST, you just do nothing and then MST the rank up during the draw.
For sure.
And 2 terraforming and 3 desires. You must play 3. I don't know why people don't play.
Yeah, I was about to ask how you felt about the desires this weekend.
Never regret it, and I never banished the thing that I needed. For example, like
You never
I
banished
already
3
at
Ray like
least-
Brent.
I banished 3 rays once. It was not fun, but like I will never have that as a reason to not play the card. Like I would never play less than 3. Like basically, okay, so if it was like a Sky Striker format, you played a mirror match every game, you might not have to play 3. But whenever there's decks like the Danger Thunder deck, if you go first and just Shizuku set one past, like you're getting obliterated. Like you need as many cards, as many hand traps as possible.
Yeah, for
This
sure.
deck can overwhelm your opponent turn 1. You're gonna win the game. You don't even have to worry about grinding really, because you've already established control. So you just want to get ahead early, and then you have the field spell multi-roll to get rid of like extra desires if you see them. So
Exactly.
it's fine anyway.
And also when you go second and then have the opportunity to have one good spell that you need, for example, like against back row decks, you just want to send Afterburner to the grave because it never vanishes, and then use the desires.
For sure. Do you want to do side or extra next?
We'll go to the extra. So we played the same Sky Striker Link lineup, but then we played a few like different like other options that we'll get to.
Yeah, so 2 and 2. You must play more than one. It's like the goal is like not get OTK, just win. So
Did the second one ever come up?
yeah.
Yeah, like against the Danger Thunder deck, you summon both of them almost every game.
You summon one on your turn to turn off a guy from attacking, and then on their turn you want to summon another. So you want both.
Because sometimes like you can actually like crack like half of a Thunder Dragon board. Like say you hand trap and then they still end on like Colossus plus negate. Like say you can't out everything. Sometimes you can just like summon Kana and make one not be able to attack. And then like they either have to link it off on their turn or else it just like sits there and does nothing. So like you effectively dealt with the card.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then during their turn they'll attack over something, and then you just summon second one, and then the link surviving is really important because you need to get Ray.
Yeah, if they ever go for like Boral Sword and they don't deal with Ray floating, they get punished like really hard.
And obviously 3 and 3.
You use John decks because he has ultis.
Correct. We could not show Brent's deck because it is very low rare.
So these are standard. You must play these 3. Like this one, you just need it for like
Everything.
yeah, like
It's so good. Every deck makes link 2, so you can either anchor their link 2s or shark cannon them. That card is just like so good, and like if you like really need to like have it live, you can even like Eagle Booster it on their turn, and then it just like lives again, and then you get rid of another card for free. Like very very good card.
and you can also use in mirror.
Did you guys miss the Cerberus at all?
Not
Now
at all.
Cerberus is terrible.
It's only good in my deck.
Yeah. So 2 different cards I played was Unicorn and Hira. Unicorn, I once bounced the pendulum of the Lunar Light because in the grindy game I just need to like exchange resources, and then one cool thing is you can bounce by itself when you have Hornet to get your link. So you link it away, and then if they're like completely out of resources, you can just bounce Unicorn by itself and then get Shizuku. Also, this one I summoned it a lot of times. Especially during Salamander matchup, I would revive their Bailings and then attack over Wolf, which is 18 and this is 1850. So Wolf will just die, and then main phase 2 go to Ningyus and just even trade without other resources.
So
on
it
the
takes
board.
away their Banelinks that they would banish from the
Yes.
graveyard.
And it's perfect because this doesn't destroy.
It
Bailings
sends.
that was sent to the grave will then protect it. Like for example, I get off the real, it will just go to grave. Also, like I can revive Phoenix and then kill for a lot of damage, like 19 and 1850. Also, this is Spellcaster. I was playing Aleister in Poker before this came out, so
So it gets around Secret Village.
exactly. So yeah, although I didn't.
Thankfully,
play
no
it
one
first.
plays
Yeah.
that anymore. So
Yeah, but they all.
I lost the game
always
too.
come up. These that's it for Link.
all right, so the 2 I didn't play Unicorn or the Hida. I actually played Triple Burst and Bomber. I play this mainly for the mirror match because like when the mirror match is kind of grindy, they like anchor one of your cards, and then like you need a way to get rid of the link. So you like make Phoenix to pop the multi-roll. So like they usually use like their anchors and stuff in hopes that they'll like get reset with the multi-roll. So like you Phoenix that away, then you make the triple burst to make the Ray not float. I actually didn't summon it once at the YCS. Like I might cut it. Like it's good in theory, but it doesn't come up a lot. And then the bomber is good for like basically like any danger deck, because sometimes you like anchor their monsters, and then you need a link 4 to make, and then if you already use the Hornet, then you just set Hornet off the multi-roll and blow up the board. So like it's good. It actually won me one game that like I probably wouldn't have won without the card.
Gotcha.
So now we'll go to the side deck. Our side decks were actually like pretty different.
Yep. Play 2 Tops just for back rows, and like it can also out the rank ups, so it's really good. I didn't play 3 because like having 2 is a dead card. Lancia, I debated that with the draws. I just expected there would be more Orcus variant dangers, and some pendulums they just turn skip if they get Lancia. The good thing about this is like if I have Martyr going on and I use Lancia, the Widowmaker will set off and not get banished.
Gotcha.
The Orcus deck can play through Droll a bit too, so that's
Yeah,
usually better
exactly.
for that matchup.
Yeah, but
Because it just shuts it off completely.
but I regret not playing Draw because I also played a lot of Thunders.
Yeah.
In regional level or locals, I think Lens is better. But like in the, if you expect you keep winning, you need Draw at some point because you're gonna play Danger Thunder at some point. And Ogre, it's just good for like mirror everything except for Salamangreat. I played every other decks.
So you sided it in every time except for Salamangreat?
Correct. Yeah, when I go second. And because I play shirt right, if I join the ogre and hit the mortar, it's just auto win. There's no way losing. So that's it for monsters. And I play 3 shirt right just for mirror, but also I'll side in against like some pendulums, Dracos, some Salamangreat, like 1 or 2, depends. These 2, this for the 3rd copy, and because there's no 4th MSC, I'll play 1 more Cosmic. It does the same thing.
Gotcha.
But I side in 1 more MST because it doesn't pay cost, and Skystrike always go into time, so it's a dead card if I draw into it. And second Shark Cannon, this is really good against Salamangreat. If you banish like Jack Jagger, it's like gone forever, so you'll win the game.
Did you ever feel like you had too many copies of Droll-like cards? Or
Droll-like cards? What do you mean?
DD Crow-like cards?
No, like
Whenever
5
you
is-
play in the Salamangreat matchup, you legit just want to banish everything in their grave, because the only way they outpace you is when they're just like summoning Jack Jaguar, summoning Spinny like every turn. Like you really can't deal with that unless you have multi roll up with the Shark Cannon. So like you just want to get to that as quickly as possible.
Got it.
So if you have Vader, you just let them do spinny things. It really depends, but like you just wait till they get Jack Jagger and then banish it.
Yeah, like banishing that thing, you will not get
Yeah,
outpaced
eventually
because
you
they'll run out of their extra deck so quickly, unless they play 2.
Yeah. If you're playing against the one who plays 2, you just win because. And these 2, I wish they're on at least semi-limited. You just activate against Salamander, you just win. There's no way losing. And then this one's for these one getting twinned. You're not getting twinned on these one, you just win. So if you have these 2 and you just open Ray, you just win. There's no way losing.
And also the warning and the judgment, like answer the Danko. Like if
Yeah.
they do put that in, like you have the answer. So you like sometimes with this deck it's kind of scary. You have to like preemptively flip the floodgate if like you're scared of Danko or whatever. But then if you have one of these, like you don't have to do that. But I actually didn't play these cards, but like I do recognize that they're really good.
It won me so many games, and I played like 3 Salamangreat. I won every game when I saw this. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, so.
So we're going to move over to Brent's side deck right here and
Alrighty,
see
so-
how he did it differently.
I'll start off with the spells. I sided 2 Twin Twister. I recognize that the card is like really powerful. I just don't want to main deck it, like I said. I played 1 Draco. Like obviously that's game against Draco. And then in the mirror match, like it's like really good going second, just because like one of the problems in the mirror match is that like you don't have like an amazing answer for their roll. Like the only way you can get rid of it like with your Sky Striker engine is if you afterburner their link. But like so many people are playing like multiple Eagle boosters that like you never get to do that. So like you just need a way to get rid of roll. And then I played 3 shared ride in the side deck. I feel like you have to side this for the mirror match because if they have it and you don't, you just lose. So like the only way you can play your turn like normally is if you also have one of your own. And then 1 Shark Cannon like John, just for the Salamangreat matchup. But it's pretty good in the mirror. You can side it in for the mirror too because you can like set it and then they'll like twin or whatever. Then you like chain some of the shark or Kagari, and then you just like add back and engage. So it's pretty good. So that was all the spells I sided. Well, actually, not all the spells. Sided Super Poly for the
Interesting.
Thunder Dragon matchup and this guy.
You drew that more than Ray.
He doesn't play it just because like he like never drew it. I've drawn this card, so I realized that it's broken. And like I played like 5 Danger Thunder matchups and like at the YCS, and I drew this against 2 of them.
So did you like the Starving Venom over putting in a Titan or a Colossus?
Oh well, like no, you don't play those because you play this guy. If for those of you who don't know what this card does, this card just like outs the whole board because they'll end on Zombie Stein, the Crystal Wing, or the Red Hot, whatever they play, or like some of them are switching to the Goliath build, so they don't even end on Zombie Stein.
Whichever one negates.
But basically, like you fuse away the 2 Colossus, and then you summon this guy, and then you just crash into the Zombie Stein. And if they're playing the Red Hot guy, then like they don't have any actual negation for the graveyard effect, like because they just negate the effects on the field. So then when it blows up, it just destroys the rest of their monsters. So like this card, if you draw it, like there's no way you can lose. Like
Yeah, it's just a complete board clear.
You can't lose. So that's why I played that. Sided 2 Droll, and then 2 Summon Limit for the Danger Thunder matchup. I played this over the There Can Only Be One, just because I realized that like there can only be one. Like I feel like you can still lose if you play against Danger Thunder and draw that, and if you draw this, like you're not losing unless it gets twinned. So like,
Did Summon Limit ever resolve for you?
yeah, I drew it like I want to say like once or twice in Swiss, but then whenever I drew it in the top 8, I lost because like I opened no Ray and then this got Twin Twistered. So
Yeah, nice.
it was pretty. That was a neat combo. Open no Ray and get Twistered. And then last but not least, 3 Pankratops. I sided 3 just because like whenever you go second, you just like want to open this. Like,
You wanna see it.
You just want to special and do so much damage. Actually, that's how I won my top 16 matches because for some reason my Salmon Grade opponent went first when there was like 4 minutes left in time, and I just like specialed this normal to rain, did like 5,000 damage. So
Yeah.
like there was no way I could lose in time with that.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yep, that was the deck.
Thank you guys for your fantastic Sky Striker list, these 2 right here. Now we're going to transition to something completely different, going over to Brandon Sevitz, who played a very, very different deck from Sky Striker. Why don't you show us and tell us about it?
Yeah, so I played zombies.
Yeah.
But like to make zombies good, you play dangers.
Oh.
So 3 of all the good ones, obviously. 2 Chupacabra to get extender. 1 Mothman, because you don't want your opponent drawn into hand traps. And then I played Thunderbird, because for Striker and Salmon Great, they have like Roar and Anchor set. So like if they snipe it, it's just the MST, which MST is fine. So those are good because you want 2 monsters on board. For the zombies, 3 Solitaire. This is a 1-card Orcus combo, or it just gets you to Unizombie, so that you can have like Orcus combo plus Borreload Savage Dragon, which is really good. And then 3 Gozuki. It's really good because if you draw too many of your normal summons, it unclogs your hand. So it's a mill and it lets you summon from hand, which is nice. I played 3 Banshee. You just want to be discarding this off the dangers to get to your zombie world. So that way you don't have to like send it off these. You can be sending the Mizukis instead, so you can like keep extending your plays. These let you play through hand traps really well. A lot of people, if they don't know like what the deck does, they'll be hand trapping this, and then your Orcus combo goes off, and it doesn't really matter. And then I played 2 Bottle Rock. So I wanted a second one just so like same thing with this. If you draw into it and discard it, you want to be doing that sometimes, so you can send Mizuki instead off these guys. And then if one of them gets called by the grave, you want to have a second one ready to go. That happened a few times, so I was glad I played 2. And then last minute, I decided to play the Orcus engine. I was playing just like zombie danger, but I realized like if your opponent does have 2 or 3 hand traps and they stop you, you just have like 2 monsters on board. So what can you do with 2 monsters? You can do the Orcus combo. So I just added these cards in. And yeah, they were good. It's like going first, it's an auto win against a lot of decks. It helps you extend going second. 3 Destrudo in the main. Helps you do the Yazi combo.
Yeah.
And then also helps you set up Savage Dragon turn 1, so it adds like another layer to your board. And then I play Greffer, just another good extender. If you have like this plus Nessie or Destrudo, you just get so much advantage. It's really good. I played 3 Call by the Grave. Just you want to force your plays to go through, so like this is really good. 2 Zombie World. You can get away with playing 1, but a lot of your games, especially like Striker, or if you go second against like Salmon Great, the second one comes up as you're like grinding through the game. So you
How
wanna make
good
sure
was
it's good.
Zombie World for you?
Zombie World's really good. Going first, it's just a floodgate for like Salmon Great, Draco, which I played, Thunder, it's a pseudo floodgate. So the card itself's really good. It makes your Mizuki really powerful, just summoning back like anything as a Monster Reborn. So yeah, I really like this card. This is the reason I played the Zombie Engine is because of how good this card is right now. And then the Phantom Knight card to make Azathoth, Foolish, Reborn, and then I played the Orcus card. If you like get hand trapped and you can like kind of get into your Orcus plays, you can use this to like dig for extenders to try to like still in on a good board or get your zombie plays going. So this was fine, and then you can just side it out. It's an easy side out card, and then the Phantom Knight trap.
Gotcha.
52 cards in the main, so 52 card pickup. I really like the main deck. It was fine. Side deck.
Extra deck.
Or extra
deck.
Yeah, same thing. All the Nightmare cards, they're really good, and you need all of them. Link Krabo for the Yazi plays, just to like link climb with your tokens. Orlo to steal games.
Moral Sword.
Summon Sword.
Moral Sword.
Same
Being
thing.
on purpose.
All the cards are the same. Summon Sorceress is really good, especially with Zombie World. So you can just like summon Balrog, Mizuki from deck, and then you also use it in your.
I watched so many
Orcus
of his
combo.
opponents be confused when like he would just use any 3 random monsters to go into summon sorceress, and then his opponent was like, "What the fuck? You can't do that!" But he would just have zombie roll.
Yeah, Zombie World makes this card like so easy to make. That's another reason Zombie World's really cool, because like you make this card for like anything. 2 Suckers, it gives you so much advantage. You can you outray with it against Striker, so it lets you do like a lot of cool stuff. If you draw a Bottle Rock, it's like a Stormforth, so you can like, people don't know that, it's really good. Galatea and the Phantom Knight Link for this combo. Against Striker, if like this isn't as good, you can actually just leave this on the board, and that way you're like Wind Blast a card, draw a card. You can get like, some good advantage off this. And then for Synchros, the Savage and the Yazi for when you're going second. So the turn 1 board, you're trying to do the Orcus combo. If you have like a Unizombie, you can also make this, and then you have the Bottle Rock Engrave. So you just get like a really strong board turn 1, and then like the zombies give you a really good follow-up. So like if they crack your board, like if it's Striker, then you can just like play after that. And then side deck was pretty simple. 3 Phantasme, this card's really good, fixes your hands. 3 Sphere Mode for the Danger Thunder deck. Another nice thing about Zombie World is they cannot Sphere Mode you, so like this makes your turn 1 boards a lot safer. And then I play Kaijus. They're just like really good against Striker and a lot of different decks. And then Twins for just all the back row. And like this deck you actually like to discard, so like even if you're only hitting a Roar, it's fine. It's like you're still creating damage. So like it's good to say.
What made you choose those specific kaijus?
The Radiant is because it's dark, so that you draw into it, and then the Jizzy Kuru, it's 3,300. So typically, when you're going second, you're going for Boral Sword, so you just want like a big one to do extra damage, and just to make sure you can try to get game. So that's why I went this one.
And basically, his side deck is built for only going second against Striker. He never goes first. Because in our testing, we figured out that if you lose the game 1 and you choose to go first game 2, they'll just put in like way too many hand traps, so you'll like never get to play. So basically, you just choose to go second and put in the 6 kaijus and the 3 twisters, and like hope they don't draw broken. Like that's just
As long as they don't draw, as long as they're not like drawing twice off engage. Having the 6th card like lets you play through their board a lot easier. The kaijus turn off the anchors, so they really need to have like 2-3 hand traps to stop you from killing them.
And when they go first, they're a lot less likely to be able to do that. Like
Yeah, so it just makes that matchup easier.
Gotcha.
So how many games did you win?
I was X3 after Swiss, and then I was the only one that was gonna win in top 8.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Speaking of games won, why don't you guys tell me a little bit about your matchups this weekend? What you played against, what you felt strong against, and what your record was for the entire day.
I was X3 in Swiss. I was like undefeated until round 6. And then I lost to banishing 3 rays out of my deck with desires. And then the next match, I just had like a very complicated situation with an opponent. It was like very long and drawn out, and I ended up losing that match. Then in the last round of Swiss, I lost to Trickstars because he had the Sanctum Imperial Order combo.
Mm.
So that was pretty good.
Got him.
So yeah, I went X3 in Swiss. It was 10 rounds, so not the greatest, but like the team won the matches that I lost, so we're good.
Yeah. We were really lucky with the matchups. Whenever Brent lost, he won. Whenever he lost, he won. So
The game plan was for John to go undefeated, which he almost did, and then for me or Brent to win one of our games. And it worked.
Although John keeps saying he was undefeated, but I'm pretty sure that you were gonna lose that one match when me and Sevitz were like, "Hey, we won. You're good."
Doesn't matter.
It was like one against I think maybe Salamangreat or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I drew with Salamangreat because we didn't play game 3.
Gotcha.
Still undefeated.
Yeah,
Still
and I
undefeated.
played like 3 or 4 striker, a couple Salamangreat. I lost to a Draco because he had border, so I mean like that's whatever.
thought zombie were
I lost to an Altergeist because I drew like 3 of my 6 spells with Secret Village, so like I just had like silly losses, and then I lost one to a striker player because he was really good, and striker's a hard matchup.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations on your top 8 performance. And I am absolutely sure that we will see you guys repeated at some point. Thank you guys.